tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out, tearing out.
Hello, healthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. Welcome, new subscribers. We're still growing. I am so truly grateful for everyone that has decided to invest their energy in me in whatever way. Whether you binge watch my videos, you just subscribe, you just come in and click like, or you watch 60 seconds to help me get watch time, whatever it may be, in whatever capacity, I appreciate you all. And I'm feeling particularly grateful and a little nostalgic because my children are growing up. My first set, I like to say, they're growing up. And what would have been my baby boy is graduating today, Monday, May 22nd. Yesterday we had his dinner party. My ex-husband was here, his family. You know, it was a good time, good celebration. The weather was nice because I had it outside. And although I was in the present moment there with him, trying to be a good host, trying to do certain things, being on high alert, right, trying to make sure everybody was good and comfortable, found myself thinking about what I was doing this time last year, which was my daughter's graduation. And I was like, man, you know, which got me thinking about the other two graduations. But yes, I've had 4 children graduate thus far. Well, 3 officially, right? The 4th one graduates today. But it just got me thinking, like, every graduation was completely different. And of course we were in different stages of our lives as our children graduated and grew, and all of them different personalities. But I mean, this baby boy, he has taught me a lot. He is my Scorpio baby. You know, definitely emotional, but not boohoo crying emotional, but, you know, very fiery, right? Very temperamental rather. So I wanted to share with you all some things, 7 things to be exact, because his numbers are 7 and 11. If I told you all the times 11 and 7 are coincidence in his life, like, it's crazy. It's his birthday, it's the time he was born, just, you know, to name a few, like, so much. So I just wanted to share 7 things that I learned from him right through his course of his school career. Certain things that I gathered from just watching his personality, watching flourish. I'm trying to do this without crying. I don't know why I feel like I'm about to tear up, but here are 7 things that I learned from my youngest son through his school career. First thing, there's always an exception to the rule. So as I said, he is my Scorpio baby. He's born in November. And here in Florida, if you are not 5 by August, I think it's 10th or something like that, you have to start school the next go round. But we were in the military at the time, and we were in Kentucky, and we started him in kindergarten in Kentucky at 4. It was, you know, no issue there. And the teacher was like, man, you know, he's the youngest student in my class, but he is the only one that does his homework. He knows how to write his name. You know, he's very attentive, very smart young boy. She's like, you wouldn't even know that he's, you know, the youngest out of everybody. So always an exception to the rule. And when we came back to Florida after my divorce, when we came back to Florida, they tried to put him back because he was going to the 1st grade. They tried to hold him back and say, no, he has to go through kindergarten because of his age. And I was like, hell no. So I put him in a magnet school for a few years, and the magnet school took him, let him go in the grade that he was, you know, supposed to be in, not according to Florida law, but according to his school career. And then we moved to Central Florida, and they just kept the pace up. There was no issue. So I'm forever grateful for that. So he's 17. He turned 17 in November. You know, he got his license, he got his car, and just moving along. Like, it's so good. So always an exception to the rule. Don't let people try to say, nope, you got to fit in this standard. That's not the case. Number 2, Never settle. Jesus Christ. He is my bougie baby, okay? He is my Abercrombie and Fitch, my American Eagle, my shower shoes wearing. Yes, when we travel, he has shower shoes. You know, he needs shoes for the beach. You know, he keeps lotion everywhere because he cannot be caught ashy. He makes sure his big, juicy, full lips always have chapstick. Like, he is my bougie baby, and he holds everyone to that standard as well. Never ever settle. Even when it seems like we can't make this fly, no, he finds a way to make it happen. So never ever settle. There's times, you know, in school where they would tell him, oh, you have to take this class because this or that, or, you know, you're not applying yourself, you're not doing this, or whatever the case may be. And he's like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I'm like, it is going to happen, BJ, because you've done this whole time, and now we're going here. But for somehow, some way, he pulled that rabbit out the hat, right? Never settled. He never took no for an answer. He made sure that things were always like to his standard. Somehow, some way, he always found a way to fold things and make it be to his standard. Number 3, don't be afraid to shine. So, like I said, started early, always awards, honors roll student. As his school career went on, I think he started letting it get to his head, and he kind of started fading into the background and not reading as much, not applying himself as much, being put in like some high classes but then some mediocre classes. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you dimming your light? Why are you not allowing yourself to flourish and continue to be the person that you are? What is it that triggered you, or what is it that is going on in your life? Why you are being afraid to shine? Why you no longer want to be this stupendous, beautiful, vibrant child that you once were in elementary and middle school, right? High school, those years, plus COVID, I think had a lot to do with it, because when they shut down schools, it was towards the end of his freshman year, and they just kind of coasted. They passed everybody, right? If you're failing, whatever, you pass, just go, you're gonna go through. And those online classes were horrific. So, you know, I feel like he kind of dimmed his light some. But I always used to tell him, don't be afraid to shine, right? Be your vibrant, glowing self, all right? Number 4, follow your passion. So he is a chef. He was making like homemade fudge at the age of 8, cooking me omelets. Oh, one of my best anniversary dinners for me and my husband. He made us like lobster and shrimp with a crab sauce and roasted vegetables and a beautiful pasta. He set the table and got candlesticks and lit it. Like, it was so good. So good, right? He's passionate about it. Somewhere along the line, he kind of, again, fell to the wayside, wanted to go into video games, wants to do other things, but still very passionate about his cooking. And he took culinary courses in high school to learn, you know, the ins and outs of the industry. And because school, I saw in the later years, was not something that he wanted to continuously do, like it was a fight, I was like, I'm not going to force you to go to college. Like, you have to figure this out. You have to figure out your path, because college is not for everybody. It's not, okay? And so you can go to community college, you can go and get certified somewhere, whatever the case may be. You can go be someone's understudy in their restaurant, whatever it is that you want to do, but you have to follow your passion. You have to find something you're passionate about, because I can tell the difference between when he wants to cook and when I tell him to go cook because I don't have the time, or whatever the case may be. When I tell him to go cook, very lackluster. But when he's passionate about it, that energy, the vibration, completely different. So don't be afraid to follow your passions, right? Make sure you always do so. Number 5, don't fold under pressure. So like I said, it was a tug of war. It was a pulling of teeth. Going into his senior year, the guidance counselor was like, yeah, he's going to have to go to summer school because XYZ. I'm like, bruh, I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to, because he didn't have his license yet, right? So I was going to have to take him to school. And for some reason, the school that we're zoned for is like 30 minutes from our house. So I was like, I have to freaking drive you to school, to summer school. I don't want to do that, right? But pressure was on. I was like, listen, if you don't get this together, you're going to go and be with your father. You're going to go out the state. Like, you're going to have to go do something because I cannot. Like, the pressure is on, right? But he never folded. He never wavered. He held it down. He was like, no. Shout out to hubby. He flew in for the graduation. He was like, no, that's not what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna buckle down. I don't have to go to summer school. And again, the rabbit out the hat, he found some way. They moved some credits around. He had to retake a test a couple weeks into school, and boom, no summer school for him, right? So don't fold under pressure under any circumstances. No matter what it may look like, don't let that pressure or that feeling of, if I don't do this, then this is going to happen, right? This horrible consequence. Take your time, think it through, because more often than not, there's another avenue. There's another thing that you can see if you just stay cool, calm, and collected, right? Don't fold under pressure. Number 6, live outside the lines. So my baby is very versatile, okay? Very versatile. He will be rocking ASAP Rocky, Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar one day. Next day, he rocking Gwen Stefani, Alanis Morissette. Like, very versatile with music like me. His friends, still the same way. He wanted to learn Chinese, right? He was taking Chinese in school. His friends, like every color of the rainbow. He can be preppy boy one day and the next day look like a bum. Like, just outside the lines, outside the box all the time. He never let anybody construct or confine him, rather, right? Really a go with the flow, really a water baby. Just was like, you know, I'm gonna live to the beat of my own drum, right? The beat of my own drum. And sometimes it works for him, and sometimes I'm like, child, what are you doing? Right? But always live outside the lines. When you are living this so-called life, it is meant for you to have many different vast experiences. And if you stay in the lines, in the constructs of certain things, you will never get the full-on experience. So live free all the time. And lastly, number 7, don't limit yourself. My son's favorite phrase to every friggin' thing is, I don't know. And I'm like, how the hell you don't know? How you don't know? I just told you 3 seconds ago, or you just read it, or whatever the case may be. How you don't know? How is it that you don't know when you should know, right? Even when there's certain things, I'm like, how are you feeling today? I don't know. Like, for everything, okay? And I tell him all the time, you're limiting yourself. Stop saying you don't know, because one day you're going to pop up and it's going to be something that you really don't know, and you're going to realize that you spoke it over your life so much. Okay? Stop limiting yourself, because it's a coping mechanism. It's a cop-out. All right? So don't limit yourself. If you don't know something, figure it out. Go figure it out. In this age of information, in this age of technology, there is no excuse for you not to know anything. You gotta know. There's things out there for us all to explore. There's things out there waiting to be discovered. And if you just sit here cruising through life by saying, I don't know, you are limiting yourself, but you are also discrediting yourself a lot, right? That kind of is running parallel to the don't allow your light to shine, right? You got to shine bright. Not so much like a diamond, like a beautiful crystal, right? But allow yourself to know the things that you should know, and that you don't know, either find someone who does know it or go figure it out for yourself. Okay? One of my favorite quotes from one of my mentors was, I know the things that I know, and I know enough to know that what I don't know, I will find someone who knows them. Right? Play it back if you need to hear it again. Okay, that's it. That's all that I have for you all. We're running a little bit over. I have to go get ready for graduation tonight. But, of course, you know, I couldn't leave y'all hanging, because I love y'all, wealthy family. I appreciate you all. But until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.